What's up, tennis players? Okay, today's tennis tip is an advanced singles baseline tactic. So it's generally agreed upon by tennis pros that the court is split up into 3 zones. A green zone where you're finishing points, a yellow zone which comes just in front of the baseline where you're trying to set up points to finish, and then a red zone where you're trying to neutralize or play defense on your opponent. But it's important to remember that depending on the type of ball you get and your ability level, these zones are definitely malleable. And that's what we're going to talk about in today's advanced tennis tip. Basically, you can be on the baseline or just in front of it in the apparent red zone and still perform what I like to call a jab, where you are, like you're in the yellow zone, trying to hurt or set up a put away from your opponent. So I'm huge from this area of the court, and a lot of times in tennis, not even taking your opponent's positioning in consideration. Your first priority is to not miss. Now you want to hit the ball hard, but you want to hit the big targets that neutralize and where you know you're going to make the shot. But this just isn't one of those cases. Whenever you're trying to set something up, a lot of times you are trying to hit the ball where your opponent isn't. So if I'm on the baseline or I'm just in front and I get a weak ball, yes, I can gauge where my opponent's at and hit it to where they're not. I'm trying to hit it out of their reach. I'm trying to make the ball travel faster than they can move. So basically, if they're a little bit more to the right, maybe I'm going to work on my short angles, hitting hard off that way. And then maybe they're a little more to the left, and I'm going to work on going down the line. This is one of those times that's just a testament to varying your practice. Remember, points are short, 5 or 6 balls. A lot of times you're going to get this ball within 4 or 5 balls. So dedicate time in your practice to this. Set up a ball machine, try to produce a ball that represents just a weaker ball, and then practice getting inside the baseline and practicing angles, practicing down the line shots. In fact, the nice thing about this shot is there's not much pace coming off the ball. So you can literally just go out and hand toss yourself balls and practice these shots, hitting hard angles, practice that till you really understand it. I'm going to practice going down the line. Practice hitting some down the line shots. Now, once you hit your jab, it's very important to observe what's going on the other side. If you feel that you've hit a quality ball and you see your opponent stretching, you'll know it because usually their legs are crossed over and their racket's down way far away from their body. If you see someone in this position, it's important to move forward for the attack. Too often I see people hit a great jab from the baseline, get their opponent vulnerable, and their opponent just hits a moon ball back up. They back up, let it bounce, and the point completely restarts itself. What'll happen then is you'll move into the midcourt, and then you'll often get a finisher, or maybe another ball that you have to set up. You should always be ready and committed to hit 2, 3 more balls to set up your final put away. But from this area, you're either going to get, nice high volleys. Ideally, this would also be a case where you could actually move in and practice your topspin volleys out of the air. Again, trying to somewhat make your targets smaller, down the line or angled, where your opponent's not. And this is another shot that requires practice. Set up a ball machine and practice moving into the court. Practice angled swinging volleys. You can also practice down the line. Don't forget to practice some conventional volleys. But this happens often enough. These mid-court putaways off that jab should be part of your training routine. Thanks so much for watching the tip. Again, if you don't feel like you can implement this stuff, even after some practice, go back and look at your foundation. There's so many technical tidbits that I feel are left out in instruction these days that go back and watch those videos, check out the link for the ground stroke certification. Never be afraid to take a step back and look at your foundation and make sure you have those tools to implement these house of tactics that we'll be getting into. Please subscribe, please hit the like button. Thanks so much. I'll see you next time.